Hey everyone, Degree here. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm just checking with you if the microphone works and everybody can hear me. If so, can you leave a comment in the box? Fantastic. Thank you, Rabika. Thank you. Very good. This is great. Thank you all for coming. Should we give it a few minutes for some other students to join before we get started, or should we take it away?
Hello.
All right. Yeah, we can wait a few minutes. Maybe in the meantime, Zikri, can you see if your microphone is working?
Hello there, can you hear me? Mr. Daniel. Hello. Hello, Daniel. Oh, I see. Hey Daniel, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, good.
Fantastic. All right, so you have your video. I'm going to see if my camera also works. I'm not sure if I can do that while I share my screen, actually, but...
Turn on my camera for the time being. Sorry, guys. Okay, everybody, welcome to the room. For those who just joined, please have a seat. There's plenty of seats here. There's no one sitting next to Norabika, so feel free to sit next to her because there's no SOP in the virtual room. So feel free to be seated anywhere else in this room. We have a lot of people, a lot of seats for you guys to enjoy. But yes, sit tight, relax while we wait for the other students to enter the room. But again, for those who are already in the room, welcome to this very interactive virtual session. Perhaps, yes, I'm just literally seeing everybody moving up to the front row seats. So I can understand from being a student, usually we would sit at the back, but there's no shy in in the virtual world. So just if you could, and by all means, pull up the seats in the front rows. If you can, that would be great. You'll do a big favor to yourself by showing your participation in just positioning yourselves in the front rows. For those who are still at the back, Anand Raja, I can see you're all the way to the corner. All right, there we go. Much better. Okay. So I guess Bika will just wait for 1 or 2 minutes, and then hopefully we can start. If not, if there are no objections, let me know. It's very nice to see everybody moving. If you guys can hear our mic loud and clear, just say just type yes on the small chat box down there. It would be very helpful for us. All right, thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Nurul. Daniel's typing, so I'm assuming everybody could hear us. Ikwan, thank you very much. All right, okie dokie. All right, so we'll just wait for 1 or 2 more minutes, and then I think I will pass it to Daniel very quickly to do a very short welcoming speech, and then we'll follow the agenda for today. Okay, I guess. Oh, what happened? All the seating became a bit. Everybody's everybody. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys. For those who have joined us, welcome to this very auspicious session with us. I am Zikri Khalil, your co-founder and uh, ECO of Incitement. I am also a alumnus of MNU. I graduated in 2008. Oh, no, that's quite a long time ago. And also with us, we have Daniel de Grauter, who is also a colleague of mine, co-founder of Women Seven as well, and CEO. He's here to give you a quick rundown about some of the things that we'll be covering, which is the referral program. But before we get to Mr. Daniel's presentation, shortly, I'll give you a very brief introduction of who we are as an assignment, what we do, why we do what we do, and why are we doing this for the sake of your growth and building our future together. So Assignment has been around for 10 years, since 2011. We are a technology company focused on the F itself, bringing in corporate brands, nonprofit sectors, and also volunteers by intersecting their sustainability efforts with technology. So we build technologies with various features, mainly focusing on impact reporting, focusing on project management tools, focusing on smart crowdfunding features, and many other features that will amplify the social impact ecosystem players. We have worked with various global brands globally. We're based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We have projects present in over 70 countries. And yes, I am a proud alumni of my university, MMU, so it is a bit special for me. Sorry, Daniel, I have to do this for a bit. A bit special for me to be addressing the new generation that's coming in, because I remembered exactly 10 years ago, no, sorry, 18 years ago, I was just sitting right in the seat where Onkai is sitting right there in the middle. So, but of course, in the real space, not a virtual space, because yeah, this is way before Corona. And being one of the students, I still remembered, thinking whether what university is supposed to give me by the end of the time I'm graduated. And these things will evolve as you venture into your upcoming stream in this in this life of studying. But at the same time, what's very important is just to be mindful, and that learning does not end after university, whether you're doing it online or offline. It is the same with businesses like us in Incitement. Learning never ends. There's always ways, many things to learn, and they always come in the form of challenges, in the form of specific scenarios like this corona. I think a lot of you are quite maybe you are present in what's going on around your environment, where many small businesses are suffering. Some of your family friends that you might know may have lost income, may have lost their jobs, and this is the deep impact of an unfortunate event that is going through our lives all at one time, and it touches on every generation level, from the Gen Zs to the millennials like us, to the Gen X, to the guys who are already in the elderly homes, to those who are retired. They have all different kind of sets of challenges, whether it's hard or low. But most importantly, what's affecting most of us in some form is our mental health, which I think a lot of you maybe quite in common on knowing that this is quite sporadically happening. But most importantly, having you guys all here is not just to learn for the sake of learning, getting a degree, and hoping that you get a guaranteed job. It's more about getting yourself exposed to as many things as possible. I think all of us here have a smartphone. The smartphone phenomenon and its contribution to society has been in a very high impact to the core, where all of us are pretty much on it every day. Whether how you want to see the consequences, or good or bad, that's totally up to you. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But we feel at Incitement you have a lot of potential to do more good than doing more that could harm yourself or harm others, and help use your smartphone and your technology to help people's lives. And this is where opportunity arises of what we're doing right now with Multimedia University. And before I do invite Daniel to talk more about it, this opportunity, this is a great way for all of us here, using the power of words, the power of sharing, of helping real causes to get their word out there without spending any social media ads, without Google ads. It's the power of words is still the best avenue on the streets. You can see that all over the world when they want to have a demonstration, when they want to have a union, or when they want to have to fight for something that's not right. There's a saying that says, you see something, you say something, right? So with the power that you have in the palms of your hand, you could literally do that. And what not to do it better by just giving you the incentive of rewarding yourself. And that's the beauty about of a lot of things that we are hoping to achieve, especially with the students, simply because half of Malaysia's population will be below 25 years old. And that says a lot of the demography of the type of people we want to help, that we want to develop. And I think the best way to start is by doing the easiest things that all of us have been doing with a click of a button, and that is by sharing, by tapping on the tab or the button that says share. So if you can share for something that you feel you could help, and hoping to be someone of their voice, and share the causes that you really care about, the causes that you resonate the most, the problems that you really want to solve, that you can just simply share and get many people to be on your side and say, oh my God, that is exactly what we need to do. We need to help these people. Let's share. Well, you have that that you are the enabler for that. And we are literally not testing, but we would like to know how far we go with this, call to action of sharing with using the power of technology that we have built. And because of that, we have Mr. Daniel here, who's going to show you how you can share with one simple tap or click of a button and amplify the campaigns that need the attention of the society that could help each other. And what better than being able to track them as well, of the progress and so forth. So without further ado, I would like to summon and invite Mr. Daniel de Groute to he's already on stage. So he's on stage now. Mr. Daniel, feel free to incite your positivity of the referral program to the new batch of Multimedia University.
Thanks, Zeke. Thanks for the introduction. Just want to check if everybody can hear me just one more time before I start talking. All good? Yes, perfect. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Kairit. Thank you, Bika. Appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is spend roughly 10 minutes on going through the screen that I have open right now, which is the referral program. I'll give a very brief introduction since Zikri did most of that already. And then what we can do is, if you have any questions, leave them in the box, in the chat box. And then after 10 minutes or so, we'll go through all of those questions one by one. And perhaps some of them will already be answered, and perhaps not, and then we can discuss them. So thank you all for joining. I'm going to go to this screen and take you right through the referral program. So some of you may be familiar with what they call typically affiliate programs, or in this case we call it a referral program. Most major platforms have them. Airbnb has it, Shopee has it, Lazada has it, Amazon has it. It's a quite common tool for platforms, usually in commerce, to sell their products. However, such a platform and with such a program does not exist for the charity space, and we believe it should. Typically, these kinds of programs, like I said, are ran for large platforms in e-commerce, for gaming platforms, in the dating space, in the hotel space, in cryptocurrencies and exchanges. Those sorts of programs are very common. However, for charities, this is usually done on a one-on-one basis, which means that somebody can raise a donation. Usually this is larger donations, big donations, and then there's a commission that somebody earns. But we believe there can be a lot of strength in the power of the crowd, and particularly ambitious young students who are passionate about certain causes, who have a large network, who are internet savvy, technology savvy. They know how to share properly, like Zikri mentioned, and they know how to provoke a good reaction, emotional appeal to donors of this time and age. And so to trial this out, like Zikri mentioned, we are a technology firm that focus on building sustainability products. And we have the honor and privilege, I think, to work with MMU and your students. We would like to thank everybody for making that happen. And we are rolling out this program initially to see what kind of impact we can deliver for the charity. Now with MMU, I believe Mary Orphanage Center is the charity that we'll be raising funds for. How you're going to do that is entirely up to you. We are hosting another webinar session on the 26th of April, where predominantly Zikri will share a little bit about effective fundraising online. But this initial trial, this initial charity referral program, is focused on successfully funding the project, right? So we'll set a fundraising target, and we are hoping to achieve that fundraising target by having students like yourself share this program, share this charity. And to share a little bit about Incitement's long-term long-term aim and objective for this is that we are looking to develop this program much further and focus on cash rewards, which means that anybody could raise charity donations and earn a cash incentive that you could withdraw from the platform, that you could potentially use to pay your university fees, those sorts of things. Currently, we are doing this with points because our partner platform, 8excite, has similar features. We've, of course, built custom integrations for this, but we can relatively easily roll out a program like this to test whether this is something that we should be focusing on in the longer term. And so your role as students, as participants, referring donations is absolutely crucial. Of course, not only for the success of the fundraising campaign, but in a very real sense also for determining the future of this referral program and whether we are going to invest effort and resources into building custom technology to develop a program like this and roll this out nationwide. We are now rolling this out with only a few universities, MMU being, one of the prominent ones. And this is a trial to see whether this is something that we need to first roll out nationwide throughout Malaysia and later down the road regionally and also internationally. Our goal is to help as many charities as possible to create as much impact as possible. Incitement typically stands for transparency. We like to generate transparency in the impact that charities create. We think that's important. And we therefore, I just wanted to mention that this is a very important trial for us, and we are hoping that you are as excited about this as we are. I'll take you to the program very briefly to give you an overview of how this works. I'm sure you've gone through this page yourself for registering. This program will focus on referring donations through a unique link. And this unique link, we've gone through the registration part, this unique link will be unique to your email address and your profile on Incitement. For those of you who haven't logged into Incitement just yet, if you haven't created an account yet, no worries, we will generate the account for you. If you already have created an account, then this unique URL will be attached to that profile that you have, if it's the same email address that you used. So how this works is we will email you a unique link, and that unique link will look something like this. There's going to be a code. This will be alphanumeric code, and the links for projects on Incitement, they look like this: incitement.com/project/project 123, for example. Now, when Mary Orphanage Center has listed its project on our platform, they will also have this URL. We will take this URL, we will simply copy it, and we will send you this unique code, which we will append to the URL, which means behind the URL we will insert this code. And to indicate that it is actually a code and not a part of the URL itself, we will add a question mark. So this question mark is very important. We add that behind the project ID, and then afterwards we insert the code. It should be one question mark, not two. So please make sure that you're using your unique code correctly. Now, if you want to make 100% sure that this is working, we would advise you to make a small donation or a big donation, entirely up to you, of course. But you can make a donation for as little as 1 ringgit. Most platforms, they have a minimum amount of 10 ringgit or 20 ringgit. We accept 1 ringgit. So just to test whether your link is working before you start sharing it, which we would advise. And it will be working if you make a donation by clicking on your link, then making a donation to the charity for May Orphanage Center, the same project ID. And then once the donation is done, you should receive an email that says something along the lines of, hey, good work, you just raised a donation for this project. This is an email that you will receive every time somebody makes a donation, so that you'll know once you start sharing your link within your network, on social media, in your YouTube channel, on your blogs, on your family group, whatever it might be. Each time somebody makes a donation by clicking on your link, our system will tag them. So we will be able to link this person's donation directly to your profile and automatically trigger an email to the email that you registered with here and send you an email to notify you that a donation has been made. We will not share the details of the person who made the donation. This is not allowed for PDPA compliance, but we will notify you that you've received an email. Now, once you've tested the link, you can share this link around, like I mentioned, in your network, friends, family, colleagues, social media, wherever you have reach, you'll be able to share this and ask them to make a donation to help you in your fundraising project. Now, once you receive an email, you will also have received 8 Excite points. These points will be automatically awarded to your account, and it will be 10% of the donation amount. So if somebody donates 100 ringgit, you will receive 10% of 100 ringgit, which is 10 ringgit in 8 Excite points. You will, once you've signed up through this form again, we will automatically register an account for you on 8 Excite, which means that you will also be able to check your points balance by logging into their platform. You will receive an email about this as well the first time you've helped raise a donation. So you can log into the platform each time and see how many donations that you've raised. So, of course, the overall goal is to create social impact, to help Mary Orphanage reach their target, for you guys to deliver a successful fundraising campaign and to make Multimedia University and Zikri as an alumni prouder than he already is. And we will also send you in the email a link to a leaderboard. On this leaderboard, you can log in with your Incitement account, and you'll be able to see in real time the ranking of the person who have made the most donations. So this will be a basic leaderboard. I'm sure you're familiar with leaderboards, where there's a ranking of the top students who have raised the most donations. Then after the fundraising campaign has ended, which is a 60-day period, which is here on the 22nd of June, on the 1st of July, we will announce the top 10, or slightly before that possibly, and those top 10 will automatically enter into a lucky draw who can win an iPad. So the top 10 students will participate in this and can win a brand new iPad for those who have raised the most donations. Lastly, we have a webinar on the 26th of April. The link is also shared on this same page, which will be for you to register, for you to join. Same time on 26th of April, where we go through some online fundraising strategies. And we have an FAQ page which you can visit here, so if there's any questions, you can always revert back to that. Now, we would also, of course, like to ask you to, first of all, register if you haven't already. I'm sure you already have. On the thank you page, which I'll go to here, which you should have seen after registration, is a page where you can download the banner and where you can download the flyer. If there are any students, from MMU that can participate in this, who weren't able to attend this webinar, who weren't able to, for example, respond to the information in the time needed, please share this banner with them so we can have more students participate in this initiative, or share the flyer with them so that they can also know exactly where to go. You can simply scan this QR code or this QR code, and you'll be brought to the Charity Referral Program page. Let me see if there are any questions. I don't see any questions in the box aside from I love money, cash rewards. Yes, absolutely. Okay, are we supposed to use student email or our own personal email? Fahim, good question, entirely up to you. We would recommend first checking this with Bika. If they have any preference. I don't think that MMU would have a preference per se. She's typing now, so yeah, can use any email. So in that case, we would recommend to use the email address that you would be best reachable on. Sometimes, for example, we have people who register with Facebook, which is often an email address that doesn't really receive any emails, so it goes to a dedicated Facebook email address. So make sure that when we send you an email, that we send it to an email address that you use and you check in regularly or get a notification or something. But any email address is okay. Any other questions from anybody? Oh yeah, very good one. Yeah, thank you very much, Bika. I wanted to mention that, but I forgot. We have the Incitement platform here. If y'all can log in, or once you have logged in, please go and follow the MMU page. Let me quickly log in and show you how to do that, if I remember my password. One second. Just gonna log in. Right. Sorry, that took some time. My passwords are always very complicated. So if you log into the platform, you'll be able to see here a search box in which you can type MMU or Multimedia University. There we go. Here, there's a follow button. Please follow that page for more updates also from MMU, and of course, feel free to explore the rest of the platform, to explore different kinds of projects, to explore the different types of content, to connect with one another. I can, for example, here go to Bika's profile and send her a connection request, so I can stay in touch with Bika as well. So please, please follow the MMU page. Yes, Mel is asking a question. Donation can be made through online banking. Yes, the payment methods that are available online on the platform is credit card, debit card, FPX, and offline we do bank transfers. If you have somebody who would like to make a bank transfer, then please send us an email. You can send us an email at info@theincitement.com, and we will provide you instructions on how to do this, which are the bank account, which details, and we will also send you the payment slip, and we will then manually also attach this to your profile. But offline banking is quite uncommon for our platform, so we don't expect that. But the most common online banking can be done, yes. Tell me more on the points. How to cash out? Is there any minimum? So,
good question.
Yeah. So currently, for this trial, Kari Rahman, the points cannot be cashed out, so they cannot be received in cash. They can be spent on the platform. So, like I mentioned a bit earlier, this is a trial for us to establish whether a fundraising campaign that is entirely run by talented students like yourselves is something that we need to build and develop functionality for. We will integrate with e-wallets. We're actually currently integrating with Fave, which offers every single e-wallet in Malaysia. So we're actually working with that on that as we speak. But you cannot cash out those points at the moment, but you can redeem them on the 8xi platform. So there is, I believe, a minimum of 50 points, which is the equivalent of 50 ringgit cents, if I'm not mistaken. So that is quite easy to achieve, I would say. The Melcat asks if we sign up to Incitement, is it like using Facebook or Twitter? That is correct, actually. We are a social media based platform. So one of the reasons that we designed it this way is because one of the things that charities struggle with the most is to get repeat donations, is to engage with people. So usually people come, they are either compelled or appealed to by an ad that they see somewhere or a commercial or something like that. They make a donation, leave the platform, and then never come back. And so to build this as a social media format, which is the single most engaging and sticky online format that we have, we decided to build a social media platform that has fundraising features, volunteering features, impact reporting features, those sorts of things integrated into the social media. So you caught that quite nicely, yeah. And Anand, thank you very much for your comments. Strongly recommend to integrate e-wallets. As mentioned, yes, we absolutely are. We are actually, we've been waiting for Fave because they are now going online. They're launching their Fave Online Pay. Currently, Fave is only available offline in stores, in restaurants, in retail stores, but they're now also launching their online payment gateway, which integrates with every single e-wallet in Malaysia. So we are actually partnering with Fave to do that as well. So you can use every e-wallet available. Cool. All right. Any questions from anybody? I don't see any questions anymore. So in that case, Zikri, is there anything that you'd like to add before we wrap up? Oh, I see one more question. Yes, Mel, imagine we share info in Facebook and inside you share and get points. Yeah, exactly. So the big reason why, thank you for that, Hani. So the big reason why charities come to Incitement and use that as a social media, either additionally to Facebook or instead of Facebook, is because even though Facebook has some non-profit fundraising tools available, this is not integrated as it should in their platform, and certainly not for all regions or all types of NGOs. So we have charities that can share content, and this content will actually help them raise funds. Whereas if you share it on Facebook, it will help you raise awareness, certainly, although Facebook is doing a lot to restrict the amount of reach that you get unless you pay. So this is something that we're trying to solve for the charitable sector. Yeah. Like I can make a commission like feature.
Oh.
How do you mean? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So it's like you can make a commission like feature. That's what she's trying to say right now, or not? Well, there's a lot of questions, so keep asking the questions, because it's a good time to ask those questions, because after this will be a FAQ on the website, which will be not convenient for you. So,
like maybe an art commission. Yeah, for example, I'm still not 100% sure what you mean, Mel. But if there are charities that are operating in the arts and culture space, this is a category that we have some charities of. That do humanitarian and charitable work for arts and culture, then if you run, for example, a blog on arts, say you have a small web shop on Etsy, or you're just passionate about arts, then you could share the charity's project link within your network and then earn a commission. That is correct. That is the longer term plan that we're going for. Then we have, how do you choose what project gets funded? Since there are lots of scam, fake charity campaigns. Absolutely, there are many. On Incitement platform, you will see a verified tick. So if you go to any charity on the platform, there might be charities that are scams. That is possible, yes. The charities that are verified by Incitement, they have a tick on their page. You'll be able to see that next to their name, which means that they're verified by us and therefore a legitimate organization. We also have some charities that are verified by some of our partners. So, for example, we partner with HSBC Bank. They also vet and verify certain charities. Sometimes you will see an HSBC verified badge on that page as well. So you'll be able to distinguish between projects that are verified by either Incitement or one of our affiliates, one of our partners, or you'll be able to see projects that don't have any kind of verification, which doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't a legitimate project. There are many projects on the platform who have not verified, but they are definitely legitimate organizations. But it's always a good idea for everybody to do their own due diligence before making a donation. Yeah, very good question. How is your platform funded? As Incitement, you mean, Anand, the platform itself? Or are you talking about the charities, the platform itself? Okay, so Incitement has partnered with an organization called FusionX. FusionX is the largest big data technology provider in Southeast Asia, in the ASEAN region. We have partnered with them. They help us build the technology. They help us with business development, those sorts of things. So they fund the technology. Aside from that, of course, they don't do that for free either. Of course, we work with many partners. We have a wide range of corporate partners that sponsor projects, that sponsor Incitement. This is from various industries, from oil and gas to energy to the insurance business. We work with the Malaysian Ministry of Finance, so we have a vast array of partners in both private and public and civil space that ensure that Incitement can sustain itself. Yeah. From the charities, so donations that are made on the platform, Incitement takes a platform fee. So for donations that are, so charities that list on the platform, we offer them a wide range of tools, from fundraising tools to recruitment tools, reporting tools, community building tools, project management tools, a lot of different things. And for them they can use all of these tools for free, except if they do fundraising, then we take a fee over the donations that they raise. This is how Incitement funds itself. I have a Facebook page with huge fan. Is the page come with multi-language such as Bahasa? Around 700k fan. 700k fan is a major page, absolutely. We do not have multi-language support. However, what we can do, or actually what you can do, is ask the Mary Orphanage Center to post their content in Bahasa Malaysia as well. So this is what some of the charity partners of the platform do. They and on Facebook it's the same actually. So they should write the text in English, and either you have auto translate, which fails many times. So many of these organizations they write in bilingual. But in this case, I would recommend for Mary Orphanage to also post in Bahasa. So maybe we could ask them to do bilingual. If the website is proven to be successful, would you wish to reach out to artists to help spread the word more? Absolutely. We are always open for discussions. We are always open to spreading out the word, to helping charitable organizations in across the board, whether it's in B40 communities, or whether it's in health, or whether it's in arts and culture. So yeah, absolutely, Mel. Anand, to clarify a bit further, crowdfunding is one of the funding models that we have. We also do, how do I say, if you go to a platform like Simply Giving, or what are the other platforms, NGO Hub, there's a few other platforms. Those are platforms that purely do crowdfunding. Incitement does not only do crowdfunding. Incitement does crowdfunding, we do corporate funding, we do cashback donations, we do loyalty point donations, we do matching programs. So Incitement does take a cut from the funding that is provided, but it's not a crowdfunding platform in that sense. All right. Yallah.
But I'm in Dubai, so yellow everywhere.
All right, so I see Mel typing.
Maybe then you want to show very quickly how the verified NGOs look like just on the page, so they know what you meant.
Sure. Yeah. So from the top of my head, for example, there is, I'll show our Yayas and Chowkit, for example. We have Chowkit on the platform here. So this is an organization that is verified by HSBC. And if an organization has gone through a bank's governance procedure, you can be rest assured that they are a legitimate organization. And of course, I presume that most people would know Yayas and Chowkit in Malaysia. Then we have an organization, maybe a bit smaller one that you wouldn't necessarily know, an organization from Sarawak. You can see verified by Incitement. You will see the green tick here next to their name, and on any of their projects, you will see that same green tick, just to make sure that this is a verified page. If the organization doesn't have that, then we would advise to do due diligence, or at least basic due diligence on the charitable organization. You can of course also get in touch with them, send them a message here to ask for more information if you would like to do that. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Artist meaning celebrity.
I'm not an actor.
Malaysian Vin Diesel, bro.
Oh, hey, careful.
Oh, let me open this up and have a look. Oh, there you go. I see a link from Zikri. I see a lot of really great ideas. Mel, Hani, Anand, Kaire, thank you very much for those ideas. Thank you for the questions. Ikmal, Vincent, thank you very much. Very good questions, very good ideas. That gives me great hope, that this will be a very successful campaign. Next step moving forward would be for the orphanage, Mary Orphanage, to list on the platform, to create their project. Once that is done, please ensure that all of you have registered on this page, and invite anybody who you think in MMU would participate in this as well. Then once that is done, we're going to send you your links on the 24th of April. And once we have sent you the links, again, there will be a webinar. We will send you an email about this to remind you of this webinar. And then the sharing can start. You can share this on your YouTube channels with your celebrities, on your Facebook pages. Definitely all fantastic ideas. And yeah, it's very, very hopeful. We're looking forward to having you on board and making this a huge success, and making this a fantastic case study for us, a great story to tell for MMU, great performance for every student individually, and the lucky winner with an iPad, and of course, last but not least, amazing impact for the orphans at Mary Orphanage Center. We'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, show you one more thing actually.
I don't know sorry. I don't know PewDiePie, guys. Sorry.
Not yet. If you have any questions, there is a question mark button here. If you log into the platform, and you can contact chat support, somebody will get back to you, within 24 hours. You can also drop an email, either info@theincitement.com. I will actually share it here in the screen. If you have any questions, info@theincitement.com, Cheryl@theincitement.com, and if these will respond relatively quickly, you can also email me directly if you have any fantastic ideas. This might be a little bit slower because of the volume of email I receive, but please feel free to reach out at any time with any ideas, any questions, any suggestions you may have. Back to you, Zeke.
Oh, okay. I'm sad you don't know him. Oh, actually, he replied to my comment once, 7 years ago. But hopefully that makes you smile again, not yet. Anyways, back to the topic. I would like again, please give a round of applause to Mr. Daniel for that very thorough Q&A session and presentation. So thank you so much, Daniel. I wish you can hear my clap because it's legit, not like in any other claps you might try on other platforms. But yes, we have shared you the emails required. We have shared you, if in case you want to get in touch with us, you have the link of the platform. So get yourself familiar with the know-how. The platform is pretty easy to navigate. It's also mobile friendly, but it has some features that's not possible to use yet on the mobile, but it's very possible on your mobile browser. So just go around, explore a bit more, get in touch with Vika and Hani, who's in the audience. I think Hani is sitting all the way. Oh, she's not in the back anymore. Okay, very good girl. So yes, Hani and Vika are sitting up front. They'll be the ones who are to make sure that we do our best to make this a great campaign. And like I said, this is a great opportunity for getting ourselves acclimatized to a new behavior that would do more but just sharing to do good that matters. And the more we get to go through this experience with you guys, it only enables us to keep building and amplifying the technology behind it, so we can keep that up and look forward for more incentives and more impact that we can gather all together and be here as one. So with that, I'd like to conclude our session for today. Thank you again, Ms. Vika and Ms. Hani, for having both of us. It was such a pleasure to join the stage virtually with all of you. Hope to see you one day in real life, and we wish you all the best on the referral program. So, auf Wiedersehen. Don't forget the contest. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So don't forget the contest. Don't forget to register. Those who are here, go ahead and register the link, and feel free to, if you're gonna join an MMU club in the campus, talk to Bika, because the clubs will have to register their pages now on the platform under MMU flagship. That allows MMU to track all your amazing progress, which is another thing that we can talk about for another session. So for now, it's just basically on the referral program, and I hope the best team, sorry, there's no team here, the best person wins for the iPad. So go MMU. Oh, okay, it's for say goodbye. Okay, bye. Bye, everyone. Take care. Don't cry, okay? Enjoy. Be safe. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay hopeful. Stay happy, and stay awesome. Bye.